So Petcoke comes from refining petroleum, whether it's crude or tar sands. It's always a byproduct of refining petroleum. It's also used as an industrial fuel. So, for instance, the petcoke that was being piled here was coming from the BP refinery just a few miles from here in Indiana. They were getting tar sands that were coming from Alberta, Canada, and it was being piped down to BP, and then BP, in order to be able to handle the more this richer tar sands, they had to have a huge upgrade to their operation, which cost them about $4 to $5 billion. And once this upgrade was done, they were able to process way more tar sands, which means way more petcoke. And that's why we had these enormous piles of petcoke. Petcoke is not burned there's no more licenses being issued to burn petcoke in the United States because it is so dirty, because it causes so much pollution that harms human beings. They're not allowing any more licenses to burn it, but all the companies that were grandfathered in still burn it. And like even here in our neighborhood, there's companies like Horsehead and other companies that still burn it, and it's problematic. Like these little laws, and I say little because they're like incremental changes that are really just choking us out. We fight very hard to put out one fire, and then we turn around and there's another fire. So right now it's petcoke, tomorrow it's something else, and yesterday it was something else. And I think that there has to be a huge shift in the way that we deal with this industry. Today's the day after the Army Corps of Engineers said that they will not issue an easement for a pipeline that was going to cross the Missouri River. That came because thousands of people converged there. They flooded North Dakota and made sure that this was an issue that was not going to go unnoticed. And when you put those kind of facts in front of people's face, that 17 million people would have been affected by the water of 17 million people would have been affected by a rupture in this pipeline, then people react. The same thing here. When we have when people learn that petcoke actually is extremely harmful and can cause a heart attack, respiratory problems. Once people hear those things, they react. Unfortunately, it's not the government, it's not the Department of Public Health who is letting people know about these problems. It's activists, it's moms and dads and everyday people. We don't need experts to come and tell us that this stuff is bad for us. We know that it's bad. And like I said before, we are those leaders that we're waiting for to come and rescue us from this problem, and we have a lot of work to do.